Hey guys, me here once again, here to review Remember Me by Christopher Pike. This is the bind-up of all three books in the Remember Me series, and it was really, really good. I loved it. It has all three books, Remember Me, The Return, and The Last Story. This was an amazing story. I thought the first book was good, and it could have been just left as a standalone, but adding the other two books made me feel like it was just so good. I really loved it. Now, on to the synopsis. I rate this a 9.5 out of 10. This was really, really amazing. I loved it. And now, on to the synopsis. She won't let them forget. Sherry Cooper wakes up dead. The last thing she can remember is falling from a balcony during her friend's party. Her death has been ruled a suicide, but Shari knows she was murdered, and her closest friends are now suspects. As she tries to find her killer from the other side, she discovers her friends may not have been so loyal to her after all. Now, Shari is not just out for justice, she's out for revenge. Now, judging from the sign, this is not going to be a spoiler review, just to let you know. But anyway, the synopsis makes this sound like a really creepy book, you know? But it's not really. It was really good. The first book was based all on Shari's death and, like, the whole murder. The second book is of her coming back to Earth. And the third book is 3 years later after the return. But let's first start off with Remember Me. So Shari's at this party for her friend, and she's killed. And then she's like back as a ghost spirit kind of thing, watching over and trying to find out who her murderer is. She finds out, and all these revelations are like really shocking. She finds out who she is, and all this, and it was really and she finds her love from like who had died previously prior to the book. And then, that's basically it. They find the murderer, revelations about who she is, and the book Remember Me is from her perspective as a ghost. Now, in the second book, The Return, is about a girl named Jean Rodriguez. And so she ties in with Shari in a way, which I'm not going to say now. But, and as you can tell from the title of the second book, The Return, you can basically tell what's going to happen, but at the same time not. But things get really heated up in the second book, but then in the third book is really what, like, ends it all. The last story, it was so good. It is a sequel to, well, it's the ending to the whole trilogy, but it's a sequel to The Return, more so less so. It's 3 years after The Return. The Return is a whole year after Remember Me, so it's like this whole story has spanned over a 4 to 5 year time. And so in the last book, The Last Story, it's when I'm gonna basically say it's Shari, because it is. Shari's like a writer now. She's like writing stories, and things really heat up in this one. It's like it's like betrayal in some cases, love, trust, and then some ancient stuff too, like stories from 3,000 years ago. That's all I'm gonna really say. It was really an amazing book. Like, I looked at it on Goodreads first, and I found 5 out of 5 stars on, like, most of the reviews. It was just so, and so I really did want to read this for a long time. And so now I have, and it was so amazing. I really want my own copy and get Christopher Pike to sign it. It's just amazing. But anyway, I thought the first book was really good. I thought that could have been a standalone on how it ended, but having it go on, stretching it out to like 3 books was just purely amazing. Again, a 9.5 out of 10. Remember Me. Now, the next book I'm going to be reading is, hold up, let me try to get it. And that fell. Dark Inside by Jane Roberts. Which I hope is good. I'm borrowing this from my other friend who hasn't even read it yet. He just bought it, or he just got it and he never read it. So I'm like, why did you get it then? And he's like, I don't know, it looks cool. Then after that, I'm going to be reading Forbidden by Tabitha Suzuma, which I told you again was about incest. And I actually do own one Christopher Pike book until the end. It's the bind-up of all the books in the Friends trilogy, I think. And this one will be a really good read. This is the only Christopher Pike book that I actually own, because I had owned this for a while now, but I just never got around to reading it because I hadn't read anything by Christopher Pike yet. So now that I've read at least like 6 books, technically, they're just 3 books in a bind-up. Since now technically I've read like 6 books of his, I really love him, and I'm going to read this one, like after these 2, because these are smaller. Now that's all I really have to say. Again, a 9.5 out of 10 for Remember Me. Absolutely amazing. I adored it. Absolutely adored it. And that's all I really have to say for this review. Until next time, bye!